Capoeira is a Afro-Brazilian martial art in which the movements were disguised during the slavery period as a dance. So the slave masters wouldn't allow, self-defense, because obviously that was really bad for them. So they would have to hide it. That's why they added the music, because, if you look at the movements close enough, it still does look like the kicks are being thrown. So they wanted to really create this facade of dance. So they added music and they sing and instruments. And today, even though slavery has been abolished, just to maintain the original heritage of the movements, we still maintain the game of capoeira, which is the dance-like atmosphere. But at the end of the day, it is a martial art. They learn a language, they learn music, they learn body coordination, self-confidence, all while we give them a little bit of the history, a little bit of the culture. We spoon-feed it to them a little bit. So they're playing around and having fun and not knowing that they're practicing certain moves. And then when we tell them about it, they've already made the connection, so it's a gradual process that it's enjoyable to watch. And especially kids, at that age, they're so malleable into different learning patterns, so it's very easy for them to pick things up quicker than the adults, actually. So I teach my classes in English, but when we learn the movements and the songs are all in Portuguese, so by the end of the class, they become very familiar with the Portuguese language. Because there's so many facets to capoeira, like we mentioned, the acrobatics, the music, the dancing, the singing, the martial arts, a lot of kids are drawn to it for various reasons. So if you're not the most athletic person, you can still find a role that's very important in capoeira in the beginning, like maybe music. And kids will give you support for that because they need it. They need to have that element in capoeira for it to function. And because they get that boost of self-confidence and they're doing the music, they stick around and they train with the other kids. And all of a sudden, their initial focus that may have been music or singing changes as they get better at all aspects. So it's a good way for them to discover themselves without having to be forced into anything in particular. You'd be surprised how many kids, if they aren't active at a young age, have never experienced the sensation of going upside down, of rolling around. And a lot of these kids might never have been told that they could do something like that. And that word does not exist here. So we go right away, and it could be, a heavier set kid or a person who's very shy. We push them through it, and not forcing, but getting them out of their comfort zone. And you'll see we have a very welcoming environment, and the kids will, when they see the kid that normally is not the athletic kid doing the stuff, they're right away behind them, supporting them.